Hello and welcome to Girlstalk Podcast, the podcast that brings you sisterly discussions on topics that matter most to women. Picture this podcast as your virtual coffee date with your closest girlfriends, where we talk about everything from self-care, personal growth, societal challenges, and sisterhood. We're here to keep it real, share our stories, and laugh together. So, get comfy. Let's dive into some candid conversations that will leave you feeling inspired and connected. For this episode, we're going to be talking about friendship and sisterhood. You guys already guessed it because, it's in the title. But we're happy to talk about it. So, one thing Kella and I are going to do in every episode, like every episode ever, is get to know each other better. And we have a game called, so I got this card. It's called We're Not Really Strangers. I don't know if you guys can see it. But it's called We Are Not Really Strangers. And it has 3 levels. The first level is, now I have to cheat, perception. The first level is perception. The second level is connection. And the last level is reflection. So Kel and I will pick cards, 2 different cards, and then we just kind of read it out. I assume something about her because perception is about what do I know about Kel, or what does Kel knows about Toge, and the connection part is us actually getting to know each other. And reflection, we reflect on what we know about each other, so that helps me know a little bit more about Kel, and then you know more about us. So are you guys in? Let's get into it.
What was your first impression of me?
Ooh, juicy. Like, you want the truth?
Yeah, be honest.
Oh, I'm just kidding. When I met Kel, besides the fact that she's gorgeous, I was like, oh my God, I just love her energy. I love her vibe. We clicked immediately. I love her outgoing personality. She's quiet, but I love like she's out there too. She put herself out there and she says her mind. She's one of those people that she just look at you, just tell you as it is. And I love that. I love that about her. So my first impression about you was, I want to be your friend. Let's get together. Let's see, what do I have? Oh, this is a wild card. No, I don't like playing wild cards. I'm cheating, guys. I'm cheating. Ah! No. Okay. What reality show do you think I am most likely to binge watch? Explain.
Love Island.
Tell me why.
I don't know. Everybody's been on that show right now. Like I heard it's like really. I haven't watched it yet, but it's on my watch list on Netflix. Everybody's been talking about that show, and it's a juicy drama show. So
it is. I watch Love Island. You got me. But I watched Love Island UK.
Yeah, I think the UK one too.
Yeah, it started with the UK one, and then they brought it to the US. I've seen a couple of episodes. Actually, I think I've seen season 1 and 2 for the US one. It's juicy. It's messy. I love, it's love. It's love. But it allows me to critique them because it's not everything on the show that I am down with. Some of the things they be doing is like, but yeah, you're right. Spot on. Okay, so I'm gonna put this away, put this back, and throughout the course of the video, Kala and I, we keep pulling these cards. So we just did the first level. Stay tuned for the second level, the connection part. Okay, so let's get into today's discussion. Who is your closest friend, Cal, and how did you two meet?
My best friend from high school. We actually been friends for
like forever.
12 years.
Wow.
Yeah, we're 2 years apart. I was my junior year and was her freshman year, and I was waiting. I think at orientation, and she just came up to me. She has the most bubbly, outspoken personality. Like she could become friends with anybody.
Wow.
Trisella. Hi, Trisella.
Hi, Trisella. Can we be best friends too? No, just kidding. I'm not gonna steal you from Kel.
Yeah, but we've been friends for 12 years, and each friendship's not perfect. There's a couple of years we weren't talking after high school, but we reconnected a couple years ago, and it's like the relationship never left. Like we never stopped being best friends.
Yeah, what is the craziest story that you guys have together? Like the craziest thing you two would do?
Oh my gosh. Can't even think anything right now.
Okay, I guess I used the wrong word. You guys are not the crazy duo. Unlike me and my friends, we've been doing crazy things. Yeah, I mean, friendship. Did you, when you met, or did you think, oh, you two are gonna click, or it's just one of those people that
Oh,
grew
we're
on
gonna
you?
click. We used to do everything together. All the games, soccer, not soccer, sorry, football,
Mm-hmm.
football, and basketball games, and
Oh,
homecoming,
I
prom, and
didn't
all
even
that. So
see.
yeah.
That's something I'm knowing about. Kat. I didn't know she played sports. That's
Well, I
nice.
didn't play sports, but we used to go to
Go
sporting
okay, go
games
to sport games and so, but that was something you two
at their high
bonded
school games.
over.
And then now we
Nice.
still go out, club or bars or let's get dinner. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, in friendships, like you said, it's not always perfect. There are
Mm-hmm.
times where, everything is good, and there are times where you get into it, or, but then, the main thing is that you're friends and you always have to find your way back together and stay committed to each
Yes.
other.
Building strong relationships. What does that mean to you?
Hmm. Good question. Building strong relationship means like both parties are putting in the effort. You know,
I agree.
it's not one sided. It's not coming from one place. If they're giving me this much love, I have to give them that much love, or even double it, or make sure that it's not just that person, or it's not just me. And strong connections, strong relationships take effort. It's just like any other
Right.
relationship, even in transactional relationship or business.
Mm-hmm.
Both parties have to be in it, and that's how I think about friendship. And friendship relationship, they are even stronger than any form of relationship.
They're
So
like family.
yeah, they're like family. So you can't just say, oh, she's my friend, and that's it.
Right.
We both putting in the effort, we both putting in the work, and making sure, I keep making sure they trust me and I trust them. We are communicating whenever we have an argument or, disagreement, and it's not just, oh, she did this to me and I'm gonna hold on to it. It's about making sure that, oh, I don't like what you did, or I love what you did. Let the person know how you feel about them. It's the same thing in a romantic relationship. Communication, they say it's key, and in friendship too, you have to. So make sure you're doing that too.
Then working.
Yeah, and also, one thing is common interest. I think that sometimes some friends, you could be the outgoing one and your friend is the quiet one. But so far you have at least one or two things that keeps you guys together that you both love to do.
Yeah.
There has to be some balance. It's not like one person wants to go kayaking all the time and then all you ever do is kayaking, right? You have to be able to endure whatever they're doing, love it, and share that with them. So common interests are really important. I don't think that it's a big deal if you don't both have the same interest in every single thing, but you have to have some form of common interest. So that's what I think
I agree.
about building strong connections.
Yeah. And I have friends for different things too. It's okay to have friends for different hobbies or
Preach, girl. I love that, right? So that's the other thing with friendship, right? It's not just have to be one person. If you're in the mood for this, you have to have that friend for that. And it's okay sometimes, to have other kinds of friends. That's all you ever do together. But that does not take away from the relationship you have with other friends.
Exactly.
So do you know the five love languages?
Yes.
By Gary Chapman. Okay, I love that book. If you've never read that book, maybe this is your chance to just check it out, okay, man. But the five love languages, it's really focused on romantic relationships, but you can also bring that into friendship. We're talking about the five, which is acts of service, one, quality time. We're talking about now I'm facing out.
Physical touch.
Physical touch, yes, with quality time, physical touch, acts of service, words of affirmation, and there's one more. Did I mention all five? No, I can't count. But wait, there is one more. So, acts of, what's your love language?
Mine's is acts of service, and I think it's acts of service.
Yes, me too.
It's gift. Is it acts of service
And gifting. The last one is gifting. Yes. So for me, I'm surprised you would have the same love. Why am I even surprised? Okay.
I don't really care for gifts
Mhm.
because, but sometimes people don't know if they don't really know what you like. I don't really care for it, but I love giving gifts to friends, family, and
Yes,
relationships.
yes. And with love language, it's the language that you have to speak to strengthen the bond or the relationship that you have with your partner. Like Gary did explain in the book that, everybody's 10, we all have our 10s, and these love languages fill it up, right? So for me, acts of service is my love language, and that what that looks like in friendship. So your friend is moving, you're there, you're helping them, move. Your friend is planning a birthday party, you're there going to the store, getting them the supplies, and making sure you're helping them set up the party. It doesn't have to be like you're in their house all the time doing something for them, but it's the little things that we do,
Just being
and
there for them.
and just be there for them. And then if you know that's your friend's love language, you and everybody have to know their friend's love language too, just like you know your romantic partner's love language. And occasionally, not all the time, you have to make sure you are doing that for them because that's how they receive love and they perceive love. Even with physical touch, which can be tricky. With sometimes, your friend just need a hug.
That's true.
Sometimes you can say, "Hey, girl, are you home? I'm coming over to you. I just want to come give you a hug." Like if that's
Right. Just
my love language.
Just lay in bed all day watching movies or binge watching.
Exactly, you in each other's company, and that also brings you to quality time. Sometimes it could be you guys, bungee jumping, or we're doing some crazy adventure together. And other times it's just like sitting in the house watching Game of Thrones or whatever show you binge watching, or you're just in bed, or you're just talking about it because you're spending that quality time with them. With gifting, my girlfriend does this, and gifting is not my love language, but with someone that's their love language, she would be like, "Hey, girl, I'm in Sephora. I have this perfume. Would you like it?" And I was like, "Sure, whatever." And if that's your love language, it's like, oh my God, she must be thinking about me. She must, for me, it's like, oh my God, you must love me to even want to do that and, bring me gifts and all of that. So know your friends' love language, know what they like, know what makes them tick. And then in a relationship, you need to, I keep saying occasionally, you need to make sure, you're giving that to them. You're helping strengthen the bond and stuff like that. So,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm going to say it this way because I think it's not true. People like to portray the idea that female friendship are always very messy because of jealousy. They're always fighting. And then so I know some girls are like, oh, I don't like being friends with other girls. I'd rather be friends with boys or guys. Um, but I disagree. I feel like some of the best relationships I've had in my life are with my girlfriends. I need my girlfriends. There are certain things that I cannot even discuss with guys, things that they would not understand because they're men. So that idea of like, oh, girls are always jealousy and are always jealous and they're always messy, which I'm not gonna dispute that.
It just depends who it is. And
Exactly.
You have to make sure who's really your friend and who's not your friend.
Who's not your friend? Exactly. It's not just a girl thing. Even men do too. They can get messy. Girl.
Sometimes they're messy
Then women, exactly. They're stealing each other's girlfriend and all that. But it's a human thing, I think. It's not like a women thing. Maybe it's prone to happen more in female friendship. But once you know that person, you know who they are for what they are. And if you already start to sense that level of toxicity or some jealousy or some envy, you need to make sure you're withdrawing from that relationship. You don't have to stay in it. I've had my own fair share of friends that betray me or they're just like jealous or envious. And I don't even know that that was going on until it got really bad between us. But I didn't stick around. I didn't stay. I have to end that relationship because it's no longer good for me. It's no longer serving me. So when it comes to friendship, I think that people overthink it too sometimes and like, oh, you owe me this much. No one owes you anything. If your friend no longer serve you, if they're not really giving you what you want to be getting from the relationship or the friendship, I think you should know when to let them go. That's just my opinion on that.
And sometimes it happens when you're in a relationship, a new relationship or something, and your friend gets jealous of you being in a relationship because you're spending more time with your significant other now instead of them. Or they think that he's not a good guy for you. And sometimes they want the best for you, but sometimes they're just, like you said, they're jealous and they're just trying to make you guys break up.
Yes, and you need to know. Yeah, and you need to know when it's jealousy or when they're just trying to help you, right? Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, and with adult friendships, you realize that people come into your life for specific reasons.
That's true.
It's different when you were younger. Everybody's if they're a friend, they like you. You don't have anything they're looking for, really. I mean, when you're younger, kids don't think that way. But as you begin to get older, people will come into your life. That's I'm like, don't take things personal when people are not there for you when you needed them because they've seen you and they know what they want to get. Some people it's about networking. There are people that are just acquaintances. Don't call them friends. They just want to be that club friend for you. They
Exactly.
just want to be that friend, that does things with you. They don't want to be there when you're crying or leaning your shoulder out. They don't want to do all that. They just want to be the happy, going, easy friend. When things are sweet, it's sweet. When things are bad, they're out of your life. So know who is coming into your space, know who is coming to your circle, know what they're coming for. Know what, you're like a honey, and honey attract bees. So at that time, know, are you a honey? Are they just coming for what you got, or they are coming to stay and stick with you?
I like that saying. I was gonna say actually, everybody comes in your life either as a lesson or a blessing.
Oh, I like that better. It's either a lesson or a blessing. So know the lessons and know the blessings.
Right.
Good one, good one.
So, what do you think are good times, like your friends or your sisterhood, to be there for you during tough times?
Well, with sisterhood, sometimes you need. For me, that's why I started sisterhood, right? Because it's all started when some of my girls would come into my DMs and say, "Oh, I'm going through this," and another one would say, "I'm going through the same thing," and I thought that, oh, how about just start, a sisterhood so that people with like-minded situations or whatever can come together and relate, and that's the importance of sister, because people don't get it. What's a sister is just people coming together and having brunch and sipping mimosas. It's more than that. It's about having that network, having that support system, because there are people that have gone through several milestones in life. You're just getting a job, maybe there's someone that's been working in that company forever. You can share in their own experience. That's the beauty of sisterhood, that you have that support system. You have that bank of knowledge that you can just go and retrieve.
Right.
I have someone I can relate to. I have someone I can talk to. In our group, I mean, the oldest person is like in her 50s, and the youngest person is a teenager. We're not of the same age. We are not of the same background, even, but we learn one or two things from each other, right? When I got married, there's someone I'm talking to about some of the issues that I'm going through with marriage, and they're impacting me with their own wisdom and from their own experience. We're talking about single mothers in the group. All the single mothers can come together and talk about their own experience. Oh, this is what I went through. This is what you're going through. I understand that. I see that. I get it. And it's sisterhood is important, and I feel like every woman should be part of a sisterhood, of a support system, because that's what your moms and your aunties they do for you, right? They your grandmothers, and they impact that knowledge in you. But what about people that do not have that?
Exactly.
It's not all family. Everybody's happy in their family.
Everybody's family comes in different sizes.
Exactly. So that's what sisterhood does for you, because you still have that grandma, you still have that mom figure, you still have that friend figure, depending, on what you're looking for. So if you're not part of a sisterhood, I would encourage you. It's either you join ours, or you can even start one for yourself. Just
Right.
make sure you have some group of women in your life that you can rely on. You look up to. You have one you look up to. You have one you can lean on. You have one, you just live life with, or go through life together with. Yeah. And then emotional support too is another thing that you get from sisterhood.
Just from, like, say someone's going through a breakup, just being there for them. You don't even have to say anything. Just, like you said, come in their house, check up on them, buy them food, or whatever their favorite snacks are.
Exactly.
Anything like that, or maybe they'll have a loss in the family or something.
Yeah.
Or looking for a new job. Like you said, they can help with tips and all that. Each person has a different mindset.
Yes.
Maybe something you didn't think of, they probably thought of for you or something.
Exactly. I remember one time when one of the girls lost a dad in the group, and it was hard. I've lost my dad. I know what that feels like. I know what that looks like. Sometimes you want to be surrounded by people that love you to help you get through that pain and get through that moment in your life. And having that, a group of women constantly checking on you, sending you memes and jokes. I mean, I'm just being lighthearted about that, but just because they've been through it, and they know the pain, and they know the hurt you're going through, they can relate and help you heal faster than you just being alone and by yourself.
Right. And even, like you said, even if they don't want to see you in person, they're still grieving, just sending them texts or memes.
Yeah.
Just, checking up on them. Or even you can just DoorDash them some food or something.
Exactly. And sometimes, one thing we did was we put funds together. I know
Mm-hmm.
you just lost your dad, your family, the breadwinner,
Mm-hmm.
so we made sure we just put some funds together and send it to her, and that meant a lot
Yeah,
to
that's good
her,
too.
even though it was just a little from from us, but it was like a huge a huge form of love, or I perceive whatever what I'm
Mm-hmm.
missing right now. To her, it meant a lot to her,
Yeah,
basically. So having that sister is the support system, and I feel like every woman should be part of one.
exactly.
That's what I think. Let's talk about online friendship. That look already tells me. Let's talk
Yeah.
about that. What do you think about online friendship?
We're in the 21st century. I think it's hard to meet friends nowadays unless
Yes.
you met them from work or school. And
Hmm.
sometimes people are taking classes online now, so it is harder to meet friends now. So, um, let's be honest. We met each other on Bumble BFF.
Yes, if you guys don't know what that is, it's an app like Tinder, but Tinder for friends, for girlfriends. That's how we
Yeah, Bumble
met.
BFF.
Yeah, Bumble BFF. And then at first I was like, I don't know. I didn't even know how it was like an ad on Instagram. I was like, oh, that looks cool. So I check it out, swipe on a bunch of, girls that have the similar interest, right? That's what I'm looking for. People that want to do the things that I love to do. So those are the people that I swiped on, and that's how I met Mikkel. And we've been friends, and now we are what, doing this podcast together.
Exactly.
I mean, come on. Like she said, it's the 21st century, and sometimes your best friends are just your online friends, and that's it.
I actually downloaded Bumble BFF in 2019, and I met three of my close friends on there. Two of my close friends, we travel all the time together, and then my other friend, we're actually roommates now.
Wow,
So yeah,
look at that. And so, like you said, travel. I love you brought that up, because sometimes your best friends, your closest friends, are like terrible, terrible travel partners. Let's
mm,
just face it. You were just putting up with them. You're just trying, like, okay, we're gonna have fun in this trip, but you are not having fun, because they're, just like the worst travel partners ever. But sometimes there are people that they have similar interests. They are
mm-hmm.
like, depending on your style, if you're a vacation person or a travel person, which is someone that wants to explore the whole country before they go
Right,
home, right? And some people, they just want to be sipping mimosas on the beach, or just doing something on a yacht, depending. So you have to find a friend that have that similar style with
exactly.
you. It doesn't have to be your best. You don't have to travel with your best friend. And they say that some of the best friendships end after they go on vacation or travel.
That is true. I just witnessed it recently. Not me personally, but I seen another group of friends that happened to them, and I was like, wow, that's crazy.
But why is that though? Why do
I
you
don't
think
know.
that
I feel
happens?
like you're mixing different friends together, and each person doesn't get along. I don't know.
Hmm.
And it can either make you or break you,
Yeah.
the friendship.
That's true. It can either make you or break you. Because I think about when people say that. I mean, I've traveled with my friends, and there was a time I traveled to my friends in Vegas. I was not expecting a fight at all to break out. But
Mm-hmm.
we had this heated argument, and I was like, where did that even come from? We were not even drinking. It was early in the morning. But I think we were stressed. I don't know. Maybe it's the
The
stress.
hormones mixed together and all that.
Maybe, yeah, all that energy. And now I feel like that you're living together for that period or space of time. It shows different sides of everybody that you don't necessarily
Exactly.
see, because you're not living together, right? You only meet it up for brunch or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just gonna say this to the girlies out there, like, if you know your friend and you know there's a chance that a fight will break out, don't travel with that person, because that might just ruin your relationship or your friendship. So be aware, be self-aware of yourself too,
True.
before you go into travel or on a journey with a bunch of girls. Know what the group wants, because at
The
times,
budget sometimes is big too. Somebody doesn't have
yes.
money and somebody does, and
Mm-hmm.
you guys want to do this, and they're like, oh, I can't afford that. So just make sure you guys are knowing you guys are exactly going to do on the trip, and make sure you have a budget and you know to save that money for that activities you're going to do. So yeah.
Exactly. And everyone, I mean, to the girls, I'm the girl that is making the itinerary, right?
Mm-hmm.
Please just look at it. Just do. I'm begging you guys, for the sake of those of us that just like to make plans. Like, it's so annoying when you go out of your way to
Exactly.
set the schedule, make an itinerary, and everyone's like, oh, what are we doing? Oh, what are we eating? Oh, just use the itinerary. That's what's made for. So I feel like
Exactly.
you have to also put in your own weight when you're going on a trip. Don't be a liability to the whole group. take care of yourself. Don't be
Mm-hmm.
drinking and getting drunk, and your friends are not enjoying their own experience because of you, because you're
Mm-hmm.
being a child on the trip. You're an adult. Make sure you owe to yourself, owe to your own, and make sure you're being responsible on the trip. I just want to say that to the girl. It's just don't travel and expect your friend to take care of you and become a child instead. I think that denies them the joy of whatever experience that they are having
Mm-hmm.
because they're
I agree.
busy taking care of you, wiping your vomit every time. Okay, moving on to we are not really strangers because we're friends now. So we're going to the second level, which is connection. I'll go first. What is something you wouldn't want to change about yourself?
I think my motivation in never
Hmm.
giving up. No matter.
Preach, hallelujah.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, life gets hard, of course,
Hmm.
and there's times I want to give up. I'm like, if I give up, then I'm not going to reach the goals I want.
Yeah,
So just take one step at a time.
I love that. Not giving up, staying motivated because sometimes you're your own biggest cheerleader like this. Sometimes there's no one to cheer you on, and you just have to
Mm-hmm.
be the one. Go girl, you can do it. Go girl, go 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 girl. Hey, we understood you. No, I'm just kidding.
Are
uh,
you lying to yourself about anything?
ooh, girl, why you gonna call me out like that? I'm the queen of delu, the queen of delusions. I'm probably lying to myself about so many things. No, wait, let me see. Am I lying to myself? I don't know, girl. I don't know if I'm lying to myself. I'm probably lying to myself. I mean, I feel like sometimes you have to lie to yourself to get through
Mm-hmm.
life. Like, oh, you can do this, even though you know you can't. But I think it's in a good way. It's in a
Yeah.
way to protect myself. It's in a way to motivate myself. It's in a
Mm-hmm.
way to drive myself and help me get going. But for the
Yeah.
most part, it's in a good way. It's a good life. It's a
Yeah.
good white
It's
life.
okay. It's okay to ask for help
Hmm. Yeah, girl, you calling me out.
sometimes.
You know me 100%. I struggle with that. I
Yeah, I
struggle.
have for a long time, and I'm
Yeah,
finally starting to ask for help. And
yeah. And it's a healthy thing to do too. Sometimes you just know when to just delegate. You need to
mm-hmm.
know when to just ask, you know what, I can't do this. Can you help me? But that's something that I've had to learn over time. And I'm getting better at it too.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that's that.
So, how do you think having diverse friends or friends that are different ages help you in life?
A lot. They say that if you want to get wiser, make friends with older people. I grew up with my grandmother, and I think that there was a part of my life, not like entirely my whole child with her. There was a time I lived with my grandma, and some of my fondest memories of her were the stories that she would share with me, and I
Mm-hmm.
learned a lot from her. And I became wiser because I lived with her. When I was younger, people always called me, I'll say this in my language, it's called Omo Agba, which translates the child of the old one, because of the things
Mm-hmm.
that I would say. They look at me like, you're this tiny little girl. Where is all of that coming from?
Right.
How do you know that? That's because I was living with someone that was older, and then it's the things that I learned from her and I take on to myself. It becomes part of me. That's how I think about making friends with older people. And I have some older friends that have gone through life, and they are constantly impacting some knowledge in me one way or the other. Because I see them, they've done it, they've gone through it, and when I'm going through it, I can use their own experience to help myself, navigate that situation better. I believe in adult friendships. I believe in having someone older and wiser to just be there to impact your life in a positive way. I also believe in having younger friends too because
I
they
was gonna say
keep
that.
you young
I
too.
agree. I was gonna say that
Just
too.
younger heart, and then you see some of the you see some, you compare, say, well, not too long ago I was like that, I was thinking that
Mm-hmm.
way. Not only are you helping them, but they're also helping you in a way to stay young, to stay motivated, to stay energetic, because they do that for you.
I
And
agree.
that's what I think about younger friendship. You just have to have a diverse set of friends, and it's not just diverse in terms of age, also in culture,
Mm-hmm.
because you learn a lot from other people's culture. You will be surprised how much your life perspective will change when you have people from a different background, from a different setting. Because everyone, we are all in our own bubbles. whether we like to accept it or not. You are
Mhm.
in the bubble of your culture, of your tradition, and it's sometimes hard to break out of that.
That's true.
And sometimes you need that friend that will constantly help you see that the old world does not see things that way.
Mhm.
For some of us, this is how we have. For some of us, this is what life means. For some of us, this is what we're going through. So yes, having that helps you to just be a better person in general and just understand the world. What kind of experience do you have with diverse friends?
I have a lot of friends that are African, Haitian, Uganda.
Mm-hmm.
I have friends that are Indian. I have friends that are Asian. So just getting to know their backgrounds and all
Yes.
that really makes me see the world differently
Yes, and it helps to break stereotypes.
too.
I mean, I came to this country, to the US, as an international student, so I have a lot of international friends. Some countries that I've never even heard about,
Same here.
right? And then I end up knowing about that and the culture, the traditions, and that changed my perspective on life so good. People, it helps not only breaks the stereotypes, it helps me break out of my own norm and break out of my own comfort zone, what I think that I know about life. So always, I mean, I would just say try to have friends that are, out of your own culture or out of, that practice other traditions or even other religion. That would just help you be a better person in general and also how to deal with people. Because at the end of the day, you're dealing with people that are not the same, they're not from the same background or culture as you at work, in school. So your friends, the people you hang out with would help you also navigate that part of your life. Friendship. Let's talk about adult friendship a little bit. I think it's different how you make friends as an adult. Sometimes, you meet in college or you meet online, like, we were saying,
Or at work.
at work or, a group setting. But I feel like with adult friendship,
Friends from friends.
friends for friends, you have to be intentional about making friends as an adult.
You do.
Yes, because I feel like you have to go out there and network. Oh gosh, like the effort that you have to put in making an adult friend is But the gist of it is that with adult friendship, they're not gonna fall under your lap. When we're younger, we're making friends in school. You see them every day, you connect every day. But with adult friendships, you got to put in that effort. You have to be the friend that's calling and checking and texting, because if you're not doing that, we all have our busy lives. We all have what we're going on. We do know what's going on in our life, and sometimes it's easy for us to just forget.
Oh, trust me, there's days when I forget to reply back in the group chat. So I get it. I know.
Even the one-on-one channel, like, okay, I'll just respond to that later, and later is 2 days, 3 days, 3 months, and like, oh, she doesn't care about me, she doesn't like me. So I think with adult friendship, you have to put in that effort. It's not gonna work, it's not gonna happen if it's not coming from both parties, right?
Exactly.
And that's when I see people like, oh, people just don't care, people are just fake. Sometimes it's not as much as fake friendship or anything. It's just that your friend may be going through something and you don't even know it, but because you are not seeking out, you're not seeking,
Exactly.
right? So you have to seek for you to receive in adult friendships, and you have to put yourself in a place where that friendship continues to function. And that's what we're saying about the love language, right? Making sure you know your friends love language, making sure you're showing up for them, making sure it's not only when it's good or when it's sweet that you're being in part of their lives. Because we often think that, oh, when she needs a shoulder to cry on, I'll be there for you, but what about when she's celebrating? you know I think as friends we also have that role of being there to be the hype woman, be the hype friend. Oh my god, just got a promotion, we're celebrating, we're popping champagnes, we're going out, whatever. You have to do that for your friend, because sometimes, and with the imposter syndrome, your friend, you might think, oh, they've just had this big win and they're going through a really big moment in their life, they should be celebrating and be happy, but they're not, because there's no one celebrating with them, and they find themselves in this space where, like, maybe they don't deserve it, or um maybe it's not good enough, or we're sometimes really hard on ourselves, right? So having that support from your friends, they're the ones celebrating you, making it a big deal, and you're like, oh, maybe I am a big deal after all. So I would encourage girls, 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 do this for your friends. When your friends are celebrating, go harder than anyone else.
Like you make time for your friend and your significant other, you can do the same thing for your friends.
Absolutely, you need to make time for your friends.
Just even doing the talking on the phone for 30 minutes or FaceTime for 30 minutes, checking up on them. If you don't have time, so still doing that. Just like, hey, let me know how you've been doing. Really, like, be honest. Tell me how you've been doing. Don't
Yes.
say you're fine or you're okay. Tell me how
Yes.
you're really feeling. I know something's wrong.
And most of the time, they will talk to you. They will open up because you're seeking now. You're interested, and they're like, oh, what they're your friends, and they want to talk to you about things like that. So be the friend that check on your friends. I feel like I've always been that friend, the one that will check on everyone else. And I think most of my friends see me as the happy person. They see me as the one that doesn't have any problem, but
Same here.
the happiest
I'm
ones.
the mom in the group.
Me too. That's why we're friends. Because I'm the mom. I'm the one that like, hey, I'm just thinking about you. I just want to know how you're doing. And sometimes people take that for granted. Sometimes the person that check on you needs the check-in. You checking on your
That is so
friends.
true.
See how they're doing. We all, as an adult, we all going through it. There's
Just women
no
having
one
friends.
that is not going. Yes, there is no one that's not going through it. We're all going through it, but make sure you are there for your friends. So we're moving on. we're not moving in. We're moving on to the next level of our card game, which is level 3, reflection. So you pick a card. And that's level 2.
All right, I'll go first. How would you describe me to a stranger?
Ooh, pick another card. No, I'm just kidding. How would I describe Cal to another stranger? Do you know that girl that is, reserved? She's pretty and she's sweet. The way if you walk in the room, the sweet one, the innocent looking one. No, I'm just messing with you, but yeah, that's probably some of the things that I would say. The girl with a nose ring on braids. No, that would be the girl, the sweet one, the one that's most welcoming in the room. Just probably Kel. Just look out for that one. That's Kel.
Thank you.
Of course, you have a big heart, girl. You from the moment I met her, and I'll just say this to the camera. From the moment that I met Kel, we just, we we got along, right, very well because she's so sweet. She is, yes, she's very welcoming. She's very open, and I love people like that. Just, she has a big heart. This is a wild card. It says both players write a note to your younger self in 1 minute and compare. And what did you write?
I wrote, don't give up. It gets better. We're gonna make it and follow your dreams.
I need that advice in my current adult life. Yes, you're gonna make your dreams for sure. Don't give up. I love that. For me, I said, young Tolu, because I'm extra, live your life the way you want it. Don't try to live by other standard. Be in charge of your destiny. And I wrote that because I look back at how I've always lived my life, which is, oh, if people say it's good, then it must be good. If people say it's bad, then it must be bad. I've never really have my own opinions. I've always followed what family said or what friends said. But I think I need to start living for myself and start doing things that I really enjoy and not just by society or by family or by friends. So I want to be in charge of my own life and just go for it. Yeah, that's beautiful. I like that. So we have been talking about friendship and sisterhood, and this is what I want to say, just like, in conclusion, to conclude that friendship is a two-way street, right? You bring in the effort, they bring in the effort, and that's how it works. Have an open communication. Don't let things linger. If your friend does something that hurts you or make you feel some type of way, always have a moment where you call them and let them know, you know what you said earlier, I didn't really like it. And sometimes you realize that there's no conflict, it's just there's been a misunderstanding, and you can immediately hash that out. Do not let it linger. You have to put in the effort, you have to put in the work, you have to go out and mingle and network, and you have to be intentional about the people you bring into your lives, right? Don't be desperate for friendship. Exactly. And I think that's what some people do sometimes. Like, I just want to make friends. No, you want to make good friends. You want to make lasting relationship. People that will stay in your life. People that get you.
Right. Not people just the gossip.
Like, oh, girl, you getting me fired from that one. I cannot stand people that gossip, and sometimes it puts you in a situation where you have to gossip when your friends are gossipers, right?
Right.
So, you have to know what makes you tick and what does not. Find a friend that you have common interests. It doesn't have to be every single thing that, you're interested in. Be part of a sisterhood. Sisterhood, a great support system. Having someone that have gone through what you're about to go through is amazing. It's a bank of support that you can rely on and go to them, say, I'm going through this, what can I do about it? And they always have something to say. They always have a way to help you and get out of that situation. So that's what I have to say about friendship and sisterhood. Do you have any word for our audience?
It's girl code.
Yay! Like it's girl code time. I love girl code time. Okay, what's our girl code?
If you like a woman's outfit, tell her.
Girl, I like your
I like
outfit.
your outfit.
Thank you. Yeah, look at that sweet. I love the color. I love your braids.
I love your braids.
I love your nose ring.
I love your earrings.
Thank you. Yes, it's girl code. I agree with that girl code. If you see a girl, tell them you love their outfit. Or if you see a girl, they look good. Oh, I love your hair because they put in the effort into doing that. And sometimes we're always second guessing each other. We're always doubting if we look good, if the dress is nice, or if our hair we do it right. So that one compliment can go a long way. So that's a girl code that I will stand by all day, every day, forever. We've had a great time talking to you guys about friendship and sisterhood. This is a good one. See, it's a good first episode. I know we have many, many more topics coming, more sisterly discussions. So stay tuned. I do want you guys to comment, drop in the comment section. Tell us, like, your friendship story, the crazy ones, the unique ones, the good ones. How did you meet? How do you navigate conflict in your own friendship, and relationships? What do you do, to avoid conflict too? What do you do to keep the friendship going stronger? Tell us how long is your longest, friendship? We want to hear all about it, all the juicy details about how you guys keep that friendship and what you guys got going, some of the exciting things that you do to spice the friendship up. I really want to hear all from you. So drop all of that in the comment section. Please subscribe. Help us, get to our first 1,000 subscribers. That would be amazing. Oh my God, that would be amazing, right? Yes. So please subscribe, hit the like button, share with your friends. And if there's anything that we've missed in this discussion that you'd like to share, please just drop that in the comment section. And do not forget to follow us on Instagram. We love you. Bye, Queens.
Bye.